Hey guys, I just wanted to talk a little bit about inner peace and freedom, and what I'm really now starting to do. I've always already doing it, but just talking a bit more on what I do and what I've added to doing with this. Um, so, Energy follows thought. The external always reflects the internal. We all share the same consciousness, which is why they say you work on yourself, you fix the collective. You keep working on raising your vibrations, and as you do that, the vibrations of the collective also rise. Um, Sorry if you hear pounding, my neighbors just got home. Um, so as you, so first of all, on a more 3D term, we can say that finding inner peace and freedom and that self-love, then nothing on the external can touch you because you're content with who you are, what you are, your own thoughts, your own feelings, and you're confident and you're good. But if we're going to raise up to a more zoomed out layer, it's very much we create our reality. So if we have inner peace, freedom, and love for ourselves, energy follows thought. That's going to reflect on the external. And again, we're all mirrors of each other, so then our mirrors are going to reflect that back at each other. So you start with the inner peace, freedom, and self-love, and then when you do go out in the world, then you go out in the world with love, within love and compassion and kindness and empathy. And as you start to your vibrations start to raise, the neutrality starts to kick in. And I'm starting to notice the neutrality. It's not a space of not caring by any means. It's very much a space of, if you see something dense, it's just, you're just filled with compassion for all. And you're just, it is what it is. And it doesn't affect you in a dense way. You understand the entire situation of it. You can see the bigger picture and you understand the perspective of those who are within oblivion. It's complete compassion, understanding, and empathy. It's not a place of not caring at all. So, in order to achieve that, what I've been doing is, and I've talked about this before, is I give everything that doesn't feel good to my team. So what does that look like? For me, it started off with Eric, Archangel Uriel, Robin Williams, Archangel Raphael. They would hold out a hat, and I would, sorry, give me 1 second. So they would hold out a hat, and I would verbally and or in my head say what doesn't feel good and the thought that goes along with it. And I visualize this ball of what I just said or thought, and I put it in the hat. What it's now turned into is Eric and Robin like open up their chest in their heart chakra, like to like open up, like access to their heart chakra, and I put it into their heart chakra. It goes right into the heart of the matter, into their hearts, and goes to the heart of the matter, and then in the heart chakra, and then what that does is I've given them that dense thought and feeling, and that's cleared a space that they can put in the true thought or feeling, which is always something that feels good, and it's the true reality. And you may need to do this multiple times. I've had to do this many, many, many times, and I'm still doing it, but I can feel and see how my vibrations are raising just a little bit more each now due to that. It's, again, I've talked to you guys many times now so far about what I'm seeing, experiencing, and feeling. I feel so light. My body feels so light. And I've never had so much love and support like I do in my life. Everything that I've been struggling with is becoming less and less and less and less of a struggle, and I'm becoming more and more and more neutral. It's really cool. This stuff does work, but it does take layers. I've seen what happens when you blast up too fast. It because the true reality is so much bigger than what we've come to realize and perceive thus far. It needs to come away in layers. Plus we resist. It's because our resistance is so strong. So it's coming away in layers as our resistance melts. So so you give it to your team which then allows, that's the work that you do. And that allows them to replace those dense thoughts because you've cleared a space. You've cleared, even if it's a small space, you've cleared a space and they can wiggle in there and start working. And then a friend of mine just suggested to me, and I've been doing this, and not gonna try or work on it. I am gonna keep doing this. Every time I get a dense thought or feeling, and I give it to Eric and Robin or whoever on my team, but I give it to Eric and Robin. A little bit of extra work that you can do and that I'm doing now. So that's all you really need to do. But what you can also do is, and this is a really good suggestion, and that I am suggesting this too, list off some things that you're appreciative of and have gratitude for. I'm going to try every time, not try, I will every time do 5. Even if it ends up being the same 5, it's something I'm appreciative for. It's in, I just realized I've got a box of crackers sitting behind me. Not like I should care, but I'm like, ooh. See, right there, dense feeling. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect example. Something as simple as that, there we go. Okay, that's an example right there. Let's do this together. All right. So that right there is something dense. I just got insecure about my box of crackers sitting behind me. So this is what I do. So I'm visualizing Eric and Robin. I'm standing between Eric and Robin, and I can see they both have their heart chakras open. Easier for, like, there's always access to it, but it's easier. It gives that entrance for me to, it's like a mailbox slot kind of thing, like put something in there. It makes it easy. It just makes it easier for me. So they're standing there, they've got their heart chakras open. I'm like, okay, I feel insecure and embarrassed that I had the box of crackers sitting behind me because, and the thought that goes with that is because I feel that way because people don't want to see any kind of a mess. And then on top of it, my mind goes, now people are going to judge me over my weight and my eating habits because they've seen a box of crackers sitting behind me. And now I'm visualizing a ball in my hands with what I just said. And I actually just split the ball in 2, and I just shoved it right into their chests. Oh, and now they're hugging me. And now what I'm going to do is say 5 things I'm appreciative of. And actually Eric just gave me the thought to do this instead. 5 things. This one's going to be hard. Ooh, he's tested me while I'm filming. Not testing me, but this is training. And we're training on film. Great. Okay. So what he wants me to actually do is say 5 things I appreciate about myself. This is hard. And he wants me to be specific about myself, my person, my being, not the external around me. Like, it can be the external about me, but like it's something about me specifically. Because I could go like, I wanted to go, like, I've got a roof over my head, I have running water, all that stuff. He's like, no, you, like me. This is hard, but I know I need to. Now, the resistance actually doesn't feel as strong anymore. I want to do this, and especially because I know I need to. I want to keep lasting up. I'm done with being in the illusion, and I want out of the illusion. The illusion is anything that doesn't feel good. So feeling good is loving myself, and to love myself, I need to start doing this. So what can I appreciate about myself? My eyes. I've always appreciated my eyes, my eyebrows. I don't do anything with my eyebrows, and I mean, I know that they look a bit of a mess sometimes, but my eyebrows are pretty decent. My smile, I'm pretty okay with my smile. I have pretty decent teeth for the most part. I've never needed braces. My nose. I'm coming more into appreciation. I used to hate my nose, but I'm coming more into appreciation for it, and I can start saying I appreciate my nose. There we go. 5 things I appreciate. So I just gave away the dense feelings about the crackers. And then actually it surfaced again. Hang on, I'm just doing the quick visual again. Ding. Yeah. Ding. He's dinging because, yes, good job. Ding. Yes, give it to us. They're like, who cares, you're filming? And they're like, don't even pause it. Just do this. Okay. Okay, I just gave it to them. I'm not going to do the appreciation thing right now. I won't make you guys go through that again, but I just gave it to them. So that's an example right there. I just showed you that's what you do. And I can right away, I'm feeling lighter again. And it's actually, I feel even a bit lighter than what I did before that even happened. I just went through a little bit of a cleanse. So that's the work that you do. You're giving them your stuff and they can sweep it away. And then you can also help them by also doing some extra work and saying things you're grateful for and that you love about yourself. This is the natural flow state. As you do this work, you start to feel better and better and better, and then you want to do the other things even more. You want to, and I'm speaking from personal experience. When I'm feeling more and more like this, I want to eat healthier. Like I said, what I crave is fish and veggies and rice. That's what I want to eat, and I can feel I'm getting back into that again. Ding. Thank you, Eric. Fish, veggies, and rice, and I'm getting back into that. I love going for walks. I'll walk like 4 times a day. I'll walk at night. I love going for walks, especially if I have access to nature. Oh man, and then you want to be social, and you can, and people are much more loving to you, and you get so much more support. It's just this flow. You start feeling good inward, and it just bursts outward, and then it comes right back to you like a boomerang. Like a boomerang. The infinity symbol. We're mirrors, and it's reflecting. So that's ding. Yeah, that's just, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know I've kind of talked about it before, but I just wanted to go into a bit more detail. And it's just, it really does help. I'm in a really good space now again. I've had a cute couple moments where I've been spinning back down a little bit, but then I do this work and I bring myself back up again. And then I did have an epiphany. I had an epiphany, which I know came from spirit. But what's really cool, see, this is really cool. This is the natural flow that we go into. It didn't even hit me that it came from spirit until quite a little while after, like several hours after, when I was talking to somebody, and then I was like, oh, that was from spirit. Oh my goodness. Because it clicked. I was like, I think that was from spirit. And they're like, yeah, like I'm getting it was from spirit too. And the thing is, it's these thoughts that feel good and they're easy to go with. And that's what true reality is. And that's truth. The thought, it hit me. I was like, because someone said something to me that was, again, this is stuff like Dolores Cannon, even like I've said before, Einstein, Tesla, like all the stuff I talk about, like it's not new information. It's stuff that's been around forever. People just haven't realized or forgot, or it's been whatever, excuse me, excuse me. That's going to start clearing up too. The big part of this, a big part of this problem is because I've been so, like, someone comes in and tells me you're wrong, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm wrong. This is going to clear up the more I keep speaking my truth and standing in my truth. Ding, ding, ding. But the epiphany that I had, sorry, give me 1 second. So the epiphany that I had, someone had said something to me, and it was something super positive again, but then my mind started spinning with what I'd been told the other day, and then I was just like, no, stop. I just had this, no stop. I didn't have no stop, but I just had this thought in my head, and all of a sudden I was just like, hang on. Do I want to be paranoid, or do I want to be happy? Because what I can do is I can take everything that is happening now with me as I'm being manipulated and fucked with and all this stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. That is not the truth of reality. I'm not going to live in paranoia. What doesn't feel good isn't true. Why do I want to live in misery my entire life? That's what I've been doing up until now. My life has been turning around so much. My life is so much better. I'm so much happier. I'm so much more balanced. I still have work to do, but this is the happiest, most supported, most balanced I've ever been. And why would I want to live in paranoia now? I'm not doing that. I want to be happy. So I choose to be happy. I don't choose to be in paranoia. I choose happiness. And then I went to nap, and as I was falling asleep, I literally was just like kind of like in this like out of it kind of state. And as I was falling asleep, I just repeating over and over out loud. And then when I couldn't speak out anymore because I was starting to fall asleep in my head, I literally fell asleep saying, I am happy and at peace. What is it? I'm happy and at peace within every now. I just said over and over and over again. And then I had a dream that was a very cleansing dream. I'm not going to repeat it. I don't want to repeat it again right now, but I had a dream that was cleansing. I woke up and it took me a few to figure out what had happened, but it was definitely cleansed, and it makes sense. I gave myself the opening to be cleansed. And that happened. And I'm thankful that it went through a dream instead of in this, because I'm like, nah, it was, yeah. So I'm, not, it wasn't that, like, not that I'm, not like I was being attacked in this dream in any kind of way like that. It was just, it was my insecurities were basically being reflected at me again in a certain way. And then at the end of it, I had two people whose names both started with A, and the one was a female and her name was Angela. Two A's and an angel, like angel, archangels. It was two archangels, which now I realize it was Eric and Robin presenting as these characters, basically. And she had turned to me and she said, this is at the very end of the dream, and I woke up to a ding after she said this. I turned to her and she was just like, it's okay. This has happened to me too. It's okay. You're okay, basically. And then I heard a ding from my phone and I woke up to a ding from my phone. So that was a cleansing dream after I given myself the opening. I want to be happy and at peace in every now. I had another cleansing. It's like, again, this is the remnants from because the other day, and now this is like the last little bits, and now it's like no more. I'm happy, I'm at peace, and now anytime I have anything done that I think or feel, give it to my team. And excuse me, I'm so sorry. And then on top of it, like I've said, those thoughts and feelings are also naturally just getting sucked out of me too now. But when it is something that's dense enough of my tar, I do need to do that work. But that's just it. Even when I'm feeling it sucked out of me, the moment I have a bad thought or feeling, even if it's being sucked out of me, I still am going to give it to my team and then do the gratitude appreciation work. So I just want to share that with you guys. Like I said, I understand. I know I've talked a little bit about this before, but I'm hoping with the stuff that I've come to add in and the expansion on it and whatnot, it also helps. And yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for everything. I love you all. And as always, have a wonderful now.